Hey guys, Chris out here braving the cold for you guys. Seen a lot of different videos. People out braving the cold. People like the scenery. Figured I'd give it a try. 29 degrees out, but it says it feels like it's 6. Because the wind, 34. I think it said the wind gusts are about 34. But anyways, let's get into it. We got some girls over there about to do the color plunge. I think they're freaking nuts. They're gonna steal the show. He just fell in. That's funny shit right there. Try to keep my pace at a minimum so I don't get out of breath here. But the title of today's video is, what is the definition of insanity? Now I can clearly talk on this because I lived it, like fully engulfed in that for a lot of years. A clear textbook definition of it, and the only definition of it, because there's no other way to put it, is doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. It's if you think about it, it just really is insane. You know, it's sad. You know, growing up without a father, I literally had to learn things the hard way. I didn't have anyone to talk to, someone to kick me in my ass when I needed it. So I learned a lot of hard things through what they like to call the school of hard knocks. You know, and it really sucks because there's a lot of mistakes that probably could have been prevented if I would have had the proper guidance in my life. But that's neither here nor there. I've done lived that, made it through. It is what it is. It's back there. My past. So, getting into myself living that definition of insanity. I did it for a lot of years. If you watched any of my previous videos, I literally out myself in like every video. Because I'm not going to get out there and try to talk on something that I have no clue on what I'm talking about. It just makes you look like a fool, and like, how do you even carry on a conversation with something you don't even know what you're talking about? It is what it is, though. So, me being physically, emotionally abused, and even sexually abused as a young child, but I have been the source of that hurt to people, not sexually, but physically and emotionally. I have, been an abusive spouse. I have been a selfish person. I just, spent a lot of years being pure evil. Only thinking about myself. You know where that got me? Nowhere. I literally live day to day making the same mistakes over and over and over and over, and just always like, let's get off these tracks for a minute, always like blaming You know, blame. Why ain't this happening? Well, you freaking idiot. Look at what you're doing. You keep doing the same dumb ass shit all the time. How are you gonna expect anything different? That led me on about 22 years, somewhere between 20 and 25 years, pure chaos. Drug abuse, mental and physical abuse to myself and to my spouse, and even done to me. A lot of hands-on type toxic behaviors in my relationships. I don't have no one to blame but myself. I put myself there and I made the decisions that I made. But the one thing is I can look back at those mistakes and honestly say I've learned from them. I'm not that man. I have a fiance that she will appear in videos here and there. She's kind of shy, but she'll attest to all this. We've been together 5 years. Never put a hand on her. Have we had arguments? Heck yeah, we have. She's got her own trauma, and I've been trying to explain to her the significance of getting put on medication. Maybe medication may not be for everyone, but going through counseling and things. These are things that she never went through because, you know, hurt people naturally hurt others. And when you got two broken people living together trying to make it, it can turn into chaos. And I know that from both of my past relationships. I was broken then. I mean, I'm still broken now. I'm not perfect. But I've learned so much along the way. I still have some anger problems. I have emotional reactivity. Before anyone gets all concerned or anything. You know, I get it. I'm walking on the tracks. Now I'm walking against the wind. It's even worse. I have to turn around like this. Walk this way for you guys. But I live in a small town. Like a really small town, like 300 people. And that's in between another larger town. It's only got about 10,000 people. And another really large city. Not too large, I guess, but 60,000. This is big for me in my area. I've been to bigger cities, I know, okay? I was born in California, North Hollywood. But, make a long story short real quick, we have one train that goes through this town from that city to our next town, which is not my town I live in, but the next one at the 10,000 people. And it only goes one way from east to west. It only comes through once a day, and it just literally come through about 20 minutes ago. So I'm safe. I appreciate y'all's concern. Just trying to get that out of the way. But anyways, back to the intermittent explosive disorder. And I got PTSD and anger, depression, anxiety, yada yada. But those don't define me, okay? I went through counseling, I got on medication. I'm still on medication, 5 years. It's done me a lot of good. It still does a lot of good. I don't face depression. I'm not anger and irritable all the time, but I have what's called intermittent explosive disorder. And I have triggers. Now, triggers are also part of my PTSD. But my trigger for the intermittent explosive disorder is sometimes even when I'm just talking about normal stuff, but if I can get emotional about it, I'm not saying like crying emotional, but like if it excites me or I'm passionate about it, or maybe there may be a little anger there, maybe I'm trying to explain a point to someone, I can go whoa, way up here, you know, and I come out and I deliver my message wrong and nobody wants to listen because sometimes I could be explosive when I react to things. Medication and being mindful, it's all you can do. I'm already on a medication. I've thought about going to the doctor and asking for something for the intermittent explosive disorder, but the biggest thing they teach you is mindfulness. So I've been practicing that for a while before I try to add in another medication. It's just they're not always beneficial, should I say. So all this trauma, all this crap I dealt with, all the things I put people through, I just had lived that life for such a long time. I didn't know anything. And it was, like I said, the definition of insanity. It's been about, see, that wind's really picking up right now. I'll be 45 this year. I'm waiting on my mic to come in. It'll help with my doing my videos and stuff. I just ordered it a few days ago. Wind's starting to catch up to me now. Shit, see, I'm started rambling and I lost where I was at. Damn it. Oh, I hate that. It's like, oh, squirrel. Damn it. But living with all that trauma, I was living that definition of insanity. Hopefully I got back right on the same track. It's been, yeah, I did. I'm 45. Okay, so it was about probably 33 when all those actions started sinking in. 35, I started making changes. Removing myself from the situation when myself and my ex-wives would fight, because I know the two of us together is just like ticking time bomb. It's no good. So I started being mindful, practice that. I removed myself from the situation, and here's the thing. I was still involved in a situation that, granted, I was in a marriage. It's been a decade. We were together almost 12 years. So I couldn't just get out of it that fast. And I didn't want to just get out of it that fast. I was hoping that we could, fix our trauma, fix our problems for the sake of our kids. We had two children, that are now 16 and 13. They were 8 and 10 at the time, I think. I might have my years off a little bit. I don't know. It's been a long time. But she wasn't making the changes that I was trying to make. So we eventually stepped away. And again, 10 years have been by now, and I can proudly say I am 100% better. Take that back. I'm probably 75% better. I don't put hands on women. I'm much easier to reason with. I realize the importance of saying sorry when I've said something or done something or stuck my foot in my mouth that can just cause unnecessary drama, especially in your relationship. So if I give any type of advice to young men out there when you're in a relationship, don't be afraid to tell her you're sorry. Even if you're wrong. Even if you're wrong. And one day, maybe that same energy will be reciprocated. Okay? But here I am, 10 years later. I have 2 semi-successful businesses. I still got a lot of work to put into them. I own a food truck, and I sell things on eBay. I own my own house. Well, no, not quite. I got about $3,000 left, somewhere around that, $3,000 to $4,000. I own my own car, which is my dream car. It's Dodge Challenger RT. Oh yeah, it's got the Hemi. But I've made a lot of accomplishments. I went through a lot of treatment, a lot of counseling. It was a long road to get to where I am now. A lot of owning up to your own shit. Because if you don't see those problems within, you're never going to fix it. I don't care who or what tells you or what happens to you. If you don't see it as an issue, you're never going to fix it. So I don't know. I think I'm just going to leave it at that, guys. I hope you guys carried something away from this conversation. And if nothing else, learn from my mistakes. Go back and watch all my videos. I still got a lot of stories to tell, a lot. But I can clearly say I'm much better than I was yesterday. So don't forget, guys, it's never too late to make a better tomorrow, and don't stop chasing your dreams. It's Chris, and I'm out of here. Don't forget to like and subscribe.